Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Live with Brinkofspeed and tonight's Octane Hour. I want to go over the agenda real quick. We've got Mark here with us.
How's it going?
And we've got Darren back now, so we're very...
Darren's back.
I'm back.
That's right,
You're
Darren's back.
All right, very good.
Live with Brinkofspeed and tonight's Octane Hour. Also, if you guys... Sorry, we had the speaker on to see if we could hear everything. Let us know in the comments if you can hear us loud and clear this time. We've got some new microphones, as you see, sitting in front of us. So let us know. But good evening, everyone. Tonight, we're going to go over weekly giveaways, then monthly giveaways, then go over the main topic, and then lots of Q&A. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the weekly giveaway. And, of course, Darren is going to kick that off for us.
Yeah, so this week we're going to do something a little special. Some of the viewers might not know this, but last week I was absent. I was in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and I had a chance to visit the Corvette Museum, which is really cool.
That was last week.
That was just less than a week ago. So
Very
if
good.
anyone ever has the chance, definitely it's
go.
check the box. If you're a Corvette fan.
I agree 100%.
It's really cool. It'll get you excited about having a Corvette if you don't already have one.
That's right.
So I couldn't come back empty-handed. So Mark, I got you a 70th anniversary T-shirt
For me?
for you.
You're kidding me.
Right?
You got to show the camera.
Wow.
And
You're
Mike,
kidding me. You got me a T-shirt.
got you one as well.
Thank
Look at
you
that.
so much.
Look at
Check that out.
So what we're
See?
gonna do
Yes. Very nice.
this week for a weekly giveaway, we're gonna give away a shirt. We've got size large and extra large.
All right.
And then we have a gold collector coin from the Corvette Museum picked up, so we'll throw that in as well. And we'll wait till probably the last 10, 15 minutes,
Yeah.
and we will have a question that whoever gets the right answer is gonna take home the T-shirt.
How many miles on my Corvette?
No, we
That's
already
been
did
played
that.
out.
That one. All right. That's sure. Yep.
So yeah, so that's the weekly giveaway. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are super, super excited tonight because tonight is actually the night we are going to give away those engine bay covers. So towards the end of tonight, we will pick a winner for those engine bay covers. We have all the names listed, and Jacob will do a random name randomizer that you guys will get to see on the screen, and it'll just pick one of the names, and one of you guys will be the lucky winner of that. However, we are also, so the sponsor of that was C8 Vet Parts Online, and they are going to be our sponsor for July as well. They wanted us to go ahead and give away their front inlet covers that cover the radiator, up front.
Yeah.
And I know that if you guys have been on my channel for quite a while, you've seen a couple of videos that we've done putting those on cars, but these in particular, we put on
We've got them.
our buddy Mark's car. He has an orange 2020 C8.
Mark T, right?
Yep, Mark T. Can you grab that from me?
Sure.
Thanks. And so there's another section of this, but this is the main part. If you guys can see it, can they see that? Okay, Jacob. Okay.
No, is it's plastic?
No, it's metal.
Right,
yeah,
right.
it's really great material, just like the metal that's on the side engine covers.
And the thing that I look for, any of the ones that you want to get, you got to get the
honeycomb.
The honeycomb.
That's
and
right.
That looks honeycomb.
That's right.
That's really nice.
So they're really cool. They're
Very
3M
nice.
tape, and they go in front of the radiators, not behind. I think they're $300 or close to $300. So you guys are getting a really nice product yet again. Now, just to reemphasize, the way that you get into that drawing is super chats and super stickers. Now, I'm going to talk about another way you can do it as well, but that's the way that you get in. For every $5 you spend on super chat or super stickers, you get one entry. Now, if you're re-watching this video, there's also super thanks. So after it goes, off from live and someone gets on the video, they can also click the little button below that says super thanks. And for all, $5 gifts on super thanks, they will be entered into the contest as well. So Yes, General Lee, keep your fingers crossed. You've got quite a few entries in there. So
Thanks for joining, awesome. General Lee. Thank you.
Yeah, Nick T says those covers are awesome. They are.
Yep.
They are definitely great covers.
So Raider Ron's already got a question that we're probably going to talk about. We talked ourselves about it. Yeah,
this too. And Tony's asking about it too.
Yep, a lot of chatter.
Yep. Yeah, so we're going to be talking about quite a few mods here, and I like what someone put at the very beginning. They want mods that do not void their warranty. And that's exactly what all of these mods are that we're going to talk about. They don't touch the warranty. You keep the warranty. Thank you so much, General Lee. We really appreciate the
General Lee. So you guys wanted us to fix the mic, the sounds. Now you gave us mics, we're going to be like, hamming it up with the mic. So
that's right. And everybody so far said the sound quality is amazing.
Sound quality is good, so you can hear. Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Hey, that makes our producer really happy.
Yes.
Jacob is extremely happy.
Yes.
Okay, so I think we've gone over everything we need to go over. Let's go ahead and get started with the modifications. And we're going to start with window tint. That's the #1 mod that we all recommend you go ahead and get right off the bat. It keeps your car a lot cooler. It actually makes the look of your car a lot nicer too. But it does 3 things. It does the look, the cooler, and it protects against UV rays that will keep the inside from fading. So what do you think about?
Yeah, I've tinted all my Vettes and all my personal cars, especially for us living in Texas. I mean, without saying it's a must, it's a must.
Yeah,
I mean,
in Texas for sure.
There's only like one person I know that doesn't have their windows tinted, and he's sitting amongst us.
But who would that be?
We won't go there.
Yeah, I'm not a tint guy, to tell you the truth.
Why is that?
I've got, I've got Vettes that I've had before that have had issues with the tint. It gets old. You know what? You guys know I don't drive a lot during the day. I drive in the evening. I love it when the sun's going down. I couldn't see out of the side window. I'm turning and I can't see what I'm looking at. And then I noticed as I was driving that somebody had tinted the front windshield. I couldn't see out the front windshield. I'm like,
yeah, well, I
guess I'm getting old, my eyes,
it's not 1989.
I know,
and your tint won't be purple.
Well, it was getting a little purple.
Purple. The new tints that are out there are super high quality. If you get the right shop to do it, Mike and I locally, DFW, John Scott Solar.
I've had John. He's an awesome guy.
He does an excellent job.
Yeah.
My suggestion when it comes to window tint on any vehicle, but for the Corvettes especially with the raked front windshield, is definitely, and it might sound crazy to some people, is tint your front windshield.
Yes.
And when we say that,
no, don't tint your front windshield.
Mark, here's what we're thinking, or here's what we're saying, is you can do a 95% tint, but that means is only 5% is tinted. You would not even know.
Yeah, you can't see
You can't
it.
even
It looks
tell.
clear.
But what it does do, and it makes a dramatic difference, it cuts out about 50% of the heat coming in your front windshield. So it creates a barrier between you and the windshield, and your car cools down quicker. I mean, it's worth every penny.
Yeah.
I guess I just don't drive out in the middle of the day. I'm driving, you know, I'm not doing the middle of the day thing. And I know I'm newer to Texas, right? But I'm just not, I mean, the car comes with tint. It's not clear glass.
You know what it'll help you
tinted, with? So I'm just what?
It'll help you sleep in your garage, Queen.
There you go.
In the garage.
That's right. I wouldn't know the lights were on because the tint is so dark. Plus, the one Vette that I had the tint on the passenger window got a little scratch. And I like, what is that? And I saw the window tint scratch. So, you know, I've been stopped for a ticket on my wife's car. The tint was too dark. I've just had not good experience with tint, and there's some good questions about tint. Does the tint affect heads-up display?
Does not affect heads-up display.
No. And also, they want to know what percentage. Honestly, I don't even remember
0%.
No, I
don't
can tell
get
you.
tint.
So if you guys look on my Instagram page, you can see my cars. I always do 20% on the side. If you put the meter up to it, here's what John would tell you. If it's a 20% tint, it probably registers on the meter like 23, 24. So it's not as dark as they say. And it's kind of like every time I look at it, because sometimes there's a year or two goes by and I think, man, 20 seems dark. Then you get it on your car and you're like, you know what, that looks perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. So it's almost like you got to trust your installer.
Right.
I think legally in the state of Texas, in most states, for side windows, it's 30%. That's for people to make their own decision. Around here, I've never had any tint issues of people giving you a ticket or pulling you over for that, but you could.
I've never had any issues with the last 2 Corvettes that I've had. I had an issue with my C6
Here in Texas.
with tinting.
yeah,
With
because
tinting.
it was way too tinted. But
I mean, it looks great from the outside.
It
It
does,
looks
yeah.
sinister and bad, but when you're inside, you can't see, and you're like, it's just.
but we'll get Mark on board.
Yeah, we'll see.
So the next thing we're going to talk about is the Radiator grill guards, and we just went over them. And real quick, I forgot to mention one thing that I wanted to just remind everybody about the super chats is it helps you get your chat up to the top. So if you give a super chat, we're going to see your comment before we see anybody else's. So that's one big benefit of the super chat. So anyway,
And we'll get to some of these questions.
Yeah, we're
maybe
gonna get
towards
to all the
end.
questions.
Yeah.
So
Charles.
the Radiator grill guards, the reason why I feel strongly about those is the first couple of weeks, or actually about the first month that I have my car, I didn't have Radiator grill guards on my car, and by the time I put them on, my radiators were all dented up.
I remember that. Yeah.
So the cool thing about these is you don't have to take anything off your car to put them on. They're awesome.
And that's what stopped me, honestly, from doing it in the past. Is
Grill guards. I have a number for you. 1943-3251. Anybody know what that number is?
I don't.
That's the new GM part number. They just came out with their own grill guards.
Oh yeah.
Did they really?
They came out with their own grill guards, and they're super expensive. They're like $399. I've not seen them. If anybody's online has any feedback on that,
I'm
maybe
sure
you
they're
can't
just
even get it yet.
rebranding somebody out there.
Maybe they're
I'm
rebranding,
sure
but
of it.
they are coming out, and it's an order. I even got on a on gmpartsnow.com and put that part number in, and it came up. It's like $394.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
And I'd be just interested to see. They are honeycomb. So if anybody out there knows what that looks like, but I thought that was kind of interesting. Not sure that it's. I do like those because you remember our video. We had to for people that don't have a lift, you got to crawl underneath and take all the screws out and take that
for
out.
the ones you put
and
on
get
your
up
car.
underneath
Yep.
there and tear your arms getting up there. But that's kind of neat because it just goes on the front. It's a personal choice, I think, in how much you want to put into it, whether you want to use those, because those are really well designed, I think.
I agree 100%.
With the tabs around it, you just
Well,
stick
they
it
fit
in
perfectly, right?
And
It's
they
a
sit- yeah.
super perfect
Yes.
fit.
there. Yep. So that's
So Jacob put up a really cool thing up there. It is a little, I guess, poll is what you would call it. So who wants to, or who believes in tinting and who doesn't? I guess
no tinting.
we've got 19 votes. I guess we'll see at the end of this live which say yes and which say no. So interact with
Can
that
I
if
vote?
you want
How
to.
do I vote? where do I go to vote? On my phone. Okay, I'm voting. Let me see. Voting.
All right. Next, we're going to discuss rock guards. Rock guards, to me, are a no-brainer. As I said in the video that Mark and I did when we installed his and mine, not only do rock guards do what they're made to do, which is stop rocks, but there's a lot of places in Dallas, I don't know if there are where you live, where water just for some reason runs across the road in the middle of the day. And when you go over that and you have a brand new, freshly washed car, it's pretty frustrating because that water very quickly slings on the side of your car. But rock guards stop that from happening. So that's really my favorite thing about the rock guards that I have on my car is I can go through that water and it stops almost 100% of that from getting anywhere near my paint. And then, of course, the second thing is the side of your car doesn't get beat up with rocks. What do you think?
Rock guards are for trucks. I think it changes the look and the design of the car. It's just not my thing. But, I mean, I get why people would do it. And you're right. Where I live, especially if I'm taking my car to work, the sprinklers go off like probably 10 minutes before I leave for work
Yeah.
in the city neighborhood. So it's very frustrating driving through it because I know I'm going to have to wipe it down afterwards real quick. But yeah, I mean, rock guards for me is not my thing, but.
So I've got my thought on that. There's two things, right? You've got your almost 3 levels of that. You've got your factory ones, right, called splash guards. You've got RPI designs that I like a lot that make the splash guards, but there's nothing better than the ACS composite rock
Right,
guard.
Scott White just chimed in on that as well. No, the ACS rock guards, they do look good.
Well, I know what you're saying. They look like they're a lot more aggressive, and I think a few other people have said, "Boy, that's pretty aggressive." It really does. It could interfere with some people's thought of the view of the side of the car, but I'm telling you, I wish I could get rock guards for my pace car. I've been struggling with that for years. Nobody will come up with, because of the way they cut those fenders, there's no way to get. I've literally bought mud flaps for trucks and tried to get it on there. If I could get rock guards for my C3, I'd buy them in a second for any price. The rock guards from ACS Composites I really like.
Well,
They're outstanding. And one more thing I was going to say that I like about them, and I had them on my C7 Z06 as well. They make the car look wider. They give it a more aggressive, wide stance. And you can't go wrong with that, in my opinion.
Well, I think on your car, Mike, especially because you have the 5VM side skirts. I think on your car, no, I would agree. It looks really good on your car because it ties it all together.
Right.
Between your 5VM front spoiler, the side skirts, and the back. And the nice thing about ACS, their products, which we all have their splitters, is it matches the factory carbon flash. I mean, you cannot tell the difference. So that is, I would agree. If you're going to do it, don't get the cheaper ones that aren't going to match because your eyes are going to go right to them.
Well, the factory ones are that textured plastic, and the RPI and the ACS rock guards are just painted perfectly. It just matches the car. It's really nice, yeah.
And they're relatively easy to install. Right?
Don't do that to me, man.
We got a poll coming up. Torch Red or Red Mist. Vote now. All right.
There are consequences to the vote.
There's big consequences.
So
big consequences,
let's move on to wheels. And we all know that I'm a wheel guy. Darren's a wheel guy.
Wait. Hold on. Did your cars not come with wheels?
They did.
They didn't come with wheels?
No,
so
they
what are we
did
talking
come with
about wheels for?
Because we like, that's a personal touch.
Yeah.
It's the one thing on your car that sets it apart. So like when you're going to the grocery store in your car and you come out after you got some cat litter, right? And you're carrying it and you come up with the 3 red Corvettes, you're not going to know which one is yours, right?
That's right.
He made one really bad decision in that story. I ain't going to the grocery store to buy kitty litter in my Corvette, okay?
Well, I am.
He is, yes.
I am.
But no, the wheels do look nasty and nice. I mean,
well, for me, the biggest thing.
Errol Laurie's last year at Corvettes at Carlisle were really cool. Yours are
the
really
Vossens,
nice.
yeah, and I've had signature ones.
Yeah.
The offsets, it pushes the wheels out probably about 3/4 of an inch. And one thing we're not talking about now, but maybe some people will have questions on this, or maybe someone has done it. It's an interesting concept. Paragon is doing the spacers, and they're, I believe, 20 millimeters, which I think is equivalent to 7/8 of an inch. And just putting those on, it makes a big difference pushing the factory wheels out.
Yeah.
Now you can go down a rabbit hole of an argument of, does that change the performance of the car? Are there reliability issues with running spacers? I don't know. I would be on the fence about that too. But Paragon has seemed to put it through the ringers, and they seem to be fine.
Yeah. Well, and that's the difference between you and I. I'm not a huge guy that has to go out and put spacers on the car to make wheels look different, yada, yada, yada. Basically, what I like to do is just find a set of wheels that fit my car perfect, and it just changes the look of your car. It really brings out the different lines and the personality of your car. So I'm a huge wheel guy. As you know, we have Wheel Designers and Vossen that sponsor the show. So we're going to be bringing some cool stuff to you guys from both of those companies.
Yeah, and same goes with the wheels. If you do the 1920s, if you do aftermarket 1920s, so in Mark's case, when you bought the Trident wheels, that was what, $1,500 option?
Yep.
I would make the argument, I would take the $1,500, pocket it, and I could get a really nice set of Vossen wheels for under $2,500.
Yep.
Throw my OEM tires on it, and I'm good to go.
No, that's
Another
true.
thing that I
and
would,
you keep your OEM wheels when you want to sell it.
Yeah, but as
stock.
you know, the OEM, the C8, the 5-star wheels, those are basically boat anchors, right? They're not really worth anything. But the new 20 spoke wheels, Phil, you're right. They look really, really good.
And I was gonna actually say that the good news is GM listened to everyone. I think the consensus was probably 80 to 90% of the people out there buying C8s really weren't huge fans of the wheel options. And so GM really, in my opinion, knocked it out of the park. They came out with a really cool design, and those 20-spoke wheels are fantastic.
Yeah, another pro tip for those that are doing aftermarket wheels, whether you stick with the 1920s or you go up a size to the 2021s, use OEM TPMS sensors. Other sensors will not work. They're having all kinds of issues.
You got to get the sensors.
Don't waste your time. Either pull them out of your factory wheels or buy them. I've been buying them. I found a guy on eBay. I don't know. He has. I should have wrote down the name, but they're about $150, $175, I think, for factory ones. So you're paying significantly more than you would for generic ones, but you're not going to have the code issues popping up, which is going to drive you crazy.
Yeah.
So spend the money or pull them out of your wheels and use the factory ones.
And I agree with you, Greg. The Z06 wheels are fantastic. You know, on my C7 Z06, I never changed those wheels because I always said I thought they did a great job with the factory wheels on that car.
Yeah.
Now, Darren disagrees. Darren changed his wheels on his C7 Z06, and they looked fantastic. So it's just all a matter of preference. But most of the time, I change the wheels on my cars. Heck, even my truck.
Right.
I change the wheels.
Well, you know what's
on.
interesting too is with the new C8 Z06
I'm looking at this.
red mist. Yeah.
Does everybody see that
apparently
now?
Mike and I aren't the only ones that like red mist.
Is everybody seeing that? They're seeing.
Oh,
the results
everybody's.
too?
Oh, yeah. They see 86% red mist. Sorry, Mark.
FJB, the 2120s, all seasons. Yeah, I run the Pilot 4Ss and they're fine. But that is a good point. Is don't go cheap on your tires. Whatever you're doing, and if you're doing the 2120s, I don't know. I've been getting the Pilot 4Ss because they're the OEM.
Yes.
And they're good tires.
They're going to last a long time.
So yeah, stick with good tires.
Thank you, Scott. I appreciate it. And I was going to go over my wheels real briefly. As you know, they are built by Black Diamond, and they're a manufacturer out of California. And I think they have fantastic wheel choices. They have a lot of choices. And at the time that I bought mine, they didn't have any 21s to go with the 22s. Or, I'm sorry, 21s to go in the rear. All they had is 22s to go in the rear. Now they have 21s, so you have a lot of options, plus you have the 21s in the rear and 20s in the front. So definitely look at those. They're reasonably priced as well. So,
and Scott White asked about the 2021, does it change the ride dynamics? My opinion, no. Not 2021s.
Even 2022s on mine doesn't change, in my opinion, the ride dynamic. All right, let's move on to splitters. As you know, I'm a big front splitter guy. I love them. My Z06 had it. Now this car has it. I have the 5VM. Mark has the 5VM. His last car had the 5VM. The car before that had a 1VM. But we all love the ACS composite front splitters. They look OEM. They look perfect.
They definitely, it gives you something when someone walks up to your car. It makes something different about it. Their eyes go to it because it is carbon flash versus that cheap plastic that they put even on the Z51 car, which is ridiculous. No, they're high quality. They look good. It just sets the car off. I mean, it looks amazing.
Yeah, the side profile to me is the best look, especially if you get down low. It really looks like you have a sharp edge on the front end.
Yeah, and it's,
I love it.
For the money, it makes a big difference. It looks really good. And, you've done the install videos. It takes, if you're under the gun on it, you could do it in 5 minutes if you really wanted to. It's just 20, was it 20 screws, 19?
Yeah. 19 or 20 screws.
Screw them, unscrew them, put them back on. Yeah.
Yep. All right. So as I told you guys, we're going to continue to talk about even more. I said top 5, but we actually have a few bonus items here that we want to go over.
Elijah Ray's just joining. Don't be late next time, all right, buddy? Get here on time.
Thanks for joining us, Elijah.
Yeah, and Scott's talking about your ACS splitter survived the rock damage because I repaired it. All I had to do is repaint it, and it's on my car.
Yeah, it's on his
So
car now.
it
It looks fantastic.
looks great. Yep.
So a couple other things that we like to do to our cars are PPF, which is the a lot of people call it clear bra, and
Or
then
expel. People
yeah,
call it
expel. And then we also like to do the ceramic coating, and the PPF. Mark and I have done on both of our cars. The fronts are completely done, so I love it because you don't have to worry about rocks anymore. You know, when a semi throws rocks back at me, of course it's unnerving and I don't like. Yeah, exactly. You guys are seeing right now Mark's car being PPF'd.
Good job,
So,
producer.
that's
this
right.
guy's the man.
He's on top of it.
He's on top of it. Look at that.
So it does that for you. It really gives you a sense of like, okay, now I have some armor on the front of my car, and you can see where rocks have hit my car, and the PPF protected it. You know, it's got a little bit of a gash in it, but
Well, it is also self-healing.
That's
of that
right.
stuff.
Better
so
than
you
that, yes.
Yeah, you could scratch it with keys and it will heal when
That's right.
in the sun.
Because you've seen some rocks that have hit it. You don't see the marks where the rocks have hit it and it just bounced off.
that's right.
But I'm telling you, I was against PPF. You guys look in the earlier videos of Mike's. I'd be making big fun of PPF, spending all that money, and then because I had the Nova Stretch, and I still love the Nova Stretch, but I'd say that I need the Nova Stretch to protect my PPF because I don't want to scratch my PPF. But you know, I just some seeing and just living with it for a while. I just feel better driving it.
Yeah.
And I've put so many more miles on it since then. So
Yeah.
not really.
Not so many more.
Not so many.
Yeah, and if you are gonna do it, they generally sell it as I think 3 different packages, right? Like front, full front, and
Yeah.
track package. Track package
Everything,
is
yeah.
the entire car.
Except for the back, I think. Is it the
I
back
don't
too?
either. I don't know. They might, but full would be all the way to your windshield, all the way down your fenders, your A pillars, your top, your mirrors, the
Right.
bottom, above where the splitter would be.
Right.
That's the way to do it if you're gonna do it. Especially the mirrors. The mirrors is where you really pick up a lot of little.
That's right.
So
That's right. The mirrors are big. time.
And I'm really mad that I didn't have John and you both tried to get me to do the rocker panels. I should have done
Yeah,
the
you
darn
definitely gotta
rocker
do
panels.
that.
That's where you need it.
you know the other.
Who's saying that?
Look at FJB says people spend $100K,
Yeah,
but cheap out to spend another 3.
FJB, kick him off, please.
Right.
Who is that guy? Kick him off.
The same things we were hearing, fighting all the way down there.
That was my last 100K, okay? No, but it was, you're right. I mean, I did the whole front. I didn't do the back and didn't do a round.
No,
But I should have done the rocker panels.
Should have done the rockers.
Yeah, headlights are a must. I agree.
Headlights, yeah, for sure. The other thing they're doing, and I have not done it
headlight.
in my cars yet. I may do it on my next one. Is, and I don't know if they're calling it straight expel or another product, but it's going over the front windshield
Yeah.
to protect it.
Oh, John tried to get me to
Yeah.
talk
Oh, did
me
he?
into that.
Yeah, yeah.
To
Yep.
put a PPF, it's new, it's on the windshield, and he says it takes him a long time because it's very difficult to put on,
Really?
apparently.
Right.
And it's pretty expensive.
See, then that would be
But-
the argument because a cost of a windshield, I guess. But
So
You know, or the paint. I've had a windshield replaced on a Corvette as well, and the cost is free because I have ACV on my comprehensive. Everybody get comprehensive and have no deductible. It's like $15 extra for 6 months. Get 0 deductible ACV on your comprehensive, not collision, but your comprehensive that pays for a full windshield for free. But it's just the surgery of taking it out. When you see them take your windshield out, it's painful. It's like getting your appendix out.
yeah.
They take out a lot of parts and pieces and got to get that window
you got a
out
lot
of there.
sensors in there. You got all kinds of
Sensors,
stuff,
it's
yeah,
just very,
true.
and then believe it or not, another long story short, I'll make it. They put the windshield in, and I get in the car, and I had read how they had problems with quality of the windshields. I get in the car 2 days later, and there's a marring in the glass right in front of me. So I had them do it again.
yeah,
And
that's-
replace the
windshields
windshield
suck.
again. Windshield sucks. So I was really thinking of putting that PPF on the windshield But then I'm worried about the wipers and
No, I don't
scratching
think. I
it,
think
but-
it's.
No, it.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
fine.
No, I don't
it's
drive
fine.
when it rains, so I wouldn't know, I guess.
Right.
So,
So Greg said I did. Oh, I'm gonna have to scroll back.
Phil. Yeah, Mark, 6K for full car. You're right. Yep.
I want to read General Lee's comment here, but it scrolled down. Okay. I did the ceramic coating on my Carbon 65, but I'm pretty sure I'll be doing PPF on the Z06. I hear they have them with ceramic coating, but in
Built
the
into
PPF.
it.
Oh,
I
built
don't-
in.
I don't
Built
know.
into- I've never-
They might. You can just go right over it.
I haven't heard that, but yeah, our guy just goes right over the PPF.
Ceramic coat. You put ceramic coats to
in
PPF.
theory, there are some different ceramic coats that are made just for the
Right.
expel.
Right.
It's probably a good idea to use one of those. I would think.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. So PPF, I'm sold on it.
All right. So ceramic coating. Let's finish up with that, and then get to some questions on the board here.
This is a
Ceramic coating, a lot of
controversial
questions,
topic.
and for our producer, that might be a good question to ask. Is ask those that have already done it. Who's ceramic coated their car and who has not?
Yeah, that'd be
I
a
mean,
great poll.
and who
I mean,
did
it's
it?
funny because
Yeah.
Mark watched me do mine and he still hasn't done his.
Yeah.
Very
And he's
true.
going to tell you probably 5 reasons why he still is on the fence.
Well, I mean, I don't want to hog all the conversation, but PPF, you could do it yourself. You could have John do it. You could have the guy over here do it.
PPF or ceramic.
No, ceramic coating.
Oh.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a ceramic coating. I got spray. I got the last coat, ceramic coating detail spray, which is not as good as the more concentrated stuff, but it seems like everybody's got it. I mean, I guess you have to just ask your friends which is better, to have a professional do it. You did yours. It looked fantastic. I don't know.
I'll tell you why I love it. I got it on my C6 Z06, and the first time I came home and there were bugs on my front of my car,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took my finger, because the guy told me I should do this. The guy that did the coating for me said, take your finger and rub it across those bugs and see what happens. Now, we all know that on a normal paint job,
You need fingernail to scratch that off.
you need
Yeah.
you need freaking alcohol, and you need everything to get that bug off. With the ceramic coating, I literally took my finger and wiped it off like it was dust.
Really?
Yes.
It was that.
It
Wow.
was
But
that
normally,
easy.
if you did not have ceramic coating and you had that same situation and you got the bug off the paint and you took your LED
Yeah.
wand over it,
Yeah, yeah.
you would see where it's left and some oil and residue on the paint.
Yeah.
And really, the
Yes.
only way back then would be to get some wax to get that off.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's always going to be there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, it can mar soft paint. You can sometimes not get that. You can see a little indentation because if that bug's sitting there long enough, the acids.
So I'm going to
Yeah.
throw
To the
something
paint.
that only came to my mind. This is
Yeah.
something for you too, Mark. We might have talked about this past. Here's a detailing tip for those that have done the PPF on the front of their car. The way you can clean that over time, you wouldn't obviously wax over it. You could, but you use clay bar.
On top of the ceramic?
No, on top of the PPF.
Oh, really?
Clay bar will take all the little fine.
Okay.
So that's the way to clean it.
All right.
Yep.
I
So-
just, I'm using the last coat spray ceramic, but it's just a spray and it's not very deep, not very strong, as strong as this other ceramic coating.
Yeah, it's
just
not,
haven't-
The
it's
ceramic
not quite the
coating,
same.
because Mike's helped me and Mark, you helped a little bit.
Yeah.
The actual ceramic coating is not that difficult.
It's the prep
It's
work,
the
right?
prep.
Yeah, it's the
Yes.
prep.
But the other thing too we haven't discussed is when you ceramic coat, you do everything. You do your plastic, you do your wheels, you do your glass.
Yeah,
And I'm
no,
telling you, 'cause
yeah.
I just did my road trip a couple times. We had a little bit of rain. I didn't even turn the wipers on. The water just flies off.
You ceramic windshield of your Tahoe.
100%.
Yeah,
Wow.
when you get it,
100%.
How different is that from like the old fashioned
Rain-X.
Rain-X?
Rain-X
Well, Rain-X
is-
would be the same, but Rain-X lasts one time.
yeah.
And
yeah.
it's gone.
You use your windshield wipers one
Yeah,
time.
and you know
it's-
what Rain-X you can do back in the day?
Yeah.
Another detail told me you can just wax your windshield. It's the same
Yeah,
difference.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That's right. Yep.
but no, the ceramic coating, in my opinion, is well worth it. It's, either you do it yourself, pay a professional.
I bought ceramic. I have a ceramic
you
kit at
just
my
never
house.
did it.
I got it from. Can't remember. I got it from
Adams?
Corvette. Adams. I got an Adams kit at my house. It's just the prep work behind it is. Yeah.
Doug, great to see you on the live stream. And he says he did both PPF and coating.
Did you do it yourself on the
That's-
coating, or did you have a professional do it, Doug? If you get a
A
chance.
lot
to.
of people do that. I don't think it's a bad idea at all. Because
Charles says he still gets water spots on your ceramic coating. Did you do it
You
yourself,
can.
or was it a pro?
Yeah,
can
maybe
if
really
you-
hard water. I don't know.
Yeah, if you leave it out in the sun after it rains, you're going to get water spots. But if you wash your car and blow the water off or dry it off right away, you're not going to have any water spots.
See, John, and I'm like John. John said, I watched you do your video and tried it myself, and he did it solo. And he says, never again.
Yeah,
It's
and the
just a
first
lot of
time
work.
I did it, it took a lot longer too because you move a lot slower because you're extra cautious about it.
So look at the poll. 90% say they would do it again.
Right.
Scott says if you do ceramic coating, do it early so you don't have to do paint correction. The problem with that, Scott, is most cars need paint correction
right
when they're brand new.
Especially these C8s.
Yeah,
I mean,
especially
Mike
these
knows.
C8s.
He's seen my hypersonic gray car, and then my buddy Craig that was over with the Rapid blue car. Remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
And he was sitting there. I don't want to buff it. You don't need to. And I got my light. We found multiple spots. I'm like,
yeah.
come look at this. You want a ceramic coat over this? No
Right.
way.
Yep.
So
How long does ceramic last, by the way? I guess it just depends on how.
yeah, 5 years is what
It
they
literally
say.
lasts 5 years, so I don't
yeah.
have to re-ceramic coat it.
No.
No, you know what it depends on is how often are you washing it? How often is it really outside in the elements?
With yours, it'll last 10 years.
Right. It'll outlive you.
Shut up.
It will.
It'll outlive you. Mark.
Everybody in the comments, you agree with me, right? Mark's will last double the time, maybe even triple the time. So Steve brings up a good point. No exhaust mod recommended. Really awakens the character of the car to its full potential. Let me tell you why I did not put that down as one of my recommendations. Because as of right now, there's only about one company that Corvette World actually recommends for the C8. All other companies are throwing check engine lights, and that's Corsa. Corsa, they're not having any problems with that exhaust.
But now, didn't they just make the Borla a
Borla.
GM part?
Yeah.
They did,
Borla, you maintain.
but we don't know anything about it yet. Yeah, it does
Yeah.
have a warranty. Yeah, that's true. Borla does have, it's an OEM part now.
And you maintain the valves.
Right.
So I think that's the only person that's doing that.
Well, no, they all do the valves.
And when you take out your exhaust, what's that
the-
doing to your warranty,
I thought it overrided.
Jacob? What's it doing to your warranty?
I don't think
When
so.
you rip out that exhaust and you put a new exhaust on?
Why are you trying to get me to talk?
Here's the thing. AWE is great as well. I forgot to mention that. I'm sorry. AWE also has a great exhaust. Corvette World says they are up there with Corsa. So those two are the best. And now Borla. But it's just a lot of people don't do exhaust, actually. I found that is a mod that a lot of people don't do. But if you're going to do it, those are the two for those cars. Now, when you're going back into C7, C6, C5, those cars, you can do any exhaust you want. It's not going to affect anything. They've got all those figured out for those cars.
Yeah.
So-
Phil asked about the Paragon.
Paragon exhaust head
I believe
issues?
the Paragon works too. They have a bypass adapter. I bought the Paragon exhaust.
You did.
I have not installed it. I'm probably just going to sell it because honestly, if you get the NPP exhaust, it sounds really good.
It does.
It's what you gain, and you're talking about, especially if you're not installing it yourself, you're probably upwards of close to $3,000, right? By the time it's installed. For me, I would take that $3,000 and buy a real nice set of wheels.
Yeah.
Because I don't
I
think
mean,
I don't think the gain on the aftermarket exhaust. I mean, it is. Again, it's a
mean,
personal thing because I've always had exhaust on all my cars.
You have.
I have.
You did do exhaust.
Oh yeah.
I personally
All right.
love my exhaust. However, I hate to have to tell you this, they still haven't figured it out yet.
It
I
sounds darn
personally-
good.
I love Jacob's exhaust. Jacob has Borla. Both of our exhausts sound very similar, and I do like it better than the stock exhaust. It, to me, makes our cars sound more exotic to me. That's the way I feel. But like I said, there's a lot of people out there that don't buy exhaust. They just don't.
Now, it's funny, Mike, because we were at Corvettes of Carlisle last year,
Uh-huh.
and they have like 10 lifts set
Oh,
up.
yeah. Absolutely.
And the C8 exhausts are like stacked, brand new exhausts. They're like stacked in the back after they've taken them off and put the new ones on.
Yes.
I'm like, oh my gosh, they're just stacked in the back. Like,
yes,
yeah.
and it's worth nothing.
I don't know what it's worth. I've got to figure someone's going to want it, but you're right. It's your car sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
So does him over here. The producer
over
doesn't
here.
want to talk. We're trying to get him, but his car sounds fantastic.
So, Phil, yes, if you saw my video from the Cars and Cantina, it definitely sounds a bit better. It's not a huge difference. I mean, obviously, it's just a tip size and shape that makes it sound a little
Well,
bit different.
visually, it looks way better.
Yes, visually,
I mean,
it
the
looks
only
way
reason
better.
I bought the Paragon exhaust, which I said I never got around to installing yet, is for the look, to be honest. Because from a sound point, you pick up like maybe 5 or 6 decibels. It's not a large gain.
So, John, yeah, I remember you contacted me about that. The problem with that OBD plugin is it still doesn't make it so that I can start my car from outside. It starts up and it shuts off because that check engine light comes on just for a little bit every single time I
So
start
it kind
my car
of
up.
it defeats your remote
Yeah.
start.
So it's
Jacob,
it's-
a good poll suggestion just came from FJB. Let's do one on the exhaust. Who would do aftermarket exhaust?
Very good.
Knowing, and with that question being, knowing that you're going to spend $3,000 all in for the exhaust, would you do exhaust?
yeah, it's a great question.
Because I think you have to factor in the cost. Because the NPP exhaust, if you're getting the Z51 package, you're essentially paying for that in the package. You're
Yes.
getting it. So if you're scrapping it, and I haven't really seen any secondhand market for that. People don't seem to be selling it, but I mean, I guess there's got to be.
Selling
Yeah,
selling
the
The NPP.
aftermarket. I mean the stock.
the old stock exhausts.
Yeah.
Like people are selling some wheels online. Yeah, you're right. You don't really see.
John, I see you asked if any of us are going to Bastrop. I will be there. I don't think these guys.
Maybe. I'm a maybe.
Okay.
How many miles is it
Darren
down
might
there?
come and stay in the hotel with me.
How many miles
Right.
is it
That
down
won't be
there,
a
Mike?
video. We're not doing OnlyFans.
Exactly.
How many miles is that?
Too many for you.
Yeah, I ain't
Probably
going.
what, 225 from
No,
Yeah, it's
no,
down in
no, no.
Austin.
All right, you
It's
might have to
gonna
change your oil when you're
Hey,
done.
it's going to be a
I
good
know.
time. If you're going to be there, I look forward to meeting you, John.
I'll trailer it. Can I trailer it? Let's trailer our cars down there.
You can ride with me in the C8R.
I can ride with
I'll
you
show
in
you
your
how.
car?
Yeah, I'll show you how to drive.
Oh, Jacob's going to come.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right. That sounds good. Okay, so how do we move this poll around? Because I want to scroll back through. I really want to get to all of your questions.
Well, we got 26 votes. We can probably close that poll.
Yeah,
I think we know the answer. Well, I don't know. I bet it might be 50-50.
I think it's going to be. My guess is it's going to be 70 no and 30 yes.
I feel it's 50-50.
Okay.
Let's see.
Let's see what happens. It could be the opposite of what I think.
You know, you mentioned the event down near Austin, but also Corvette World this Saturday, right?
Oh yeah. Thank you for the reminder, Darren. This Saturday at Corvette World at 9 a.m. is Corvettes and Coffee.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This Saturday.
This Saturday.
All right, we'll get to see Rob.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
have
I'll
a Corvette
bring-
and you like coffee, so you're going to be there, right?
Yeah, I'll bring my Trailblazer. No, I'm just kidding.
So if anybody watching is in the DFW and would love to come to Corvette World at 9 a.m., we'd love to shake hands with you and say howdy. I think we might be going live while we're there and interviewing people about their cars and things.
There'll be
So,
some really cool cars there.
Yeah, it's going to get bigger and bigger every
Oh, yeah.
week. I think last time we had it, there was like 50-something Corvettes. So it's going to get bigger and bigger.
It starts at 9
It does.
or 8, 9. Okay.
Usually goes about 2 hours, hour and a
Wow,
half.
we got a lot of people voting on this poll. I like that.
32 votes on the aftermarket
Yeah.
exhaust.
People are passionate about it.
They are.
Do we have an answer yet, Mr. Producer?
Yep. Hang on. Let me scroll down.
What? Oh, we got to scroll down.
Ah,
No! Thank you guys. You're
I
staying
thought I
stock
was
with
right
me.
about that.
You're
Now, it
staying
wasn't the
stock.
exact number, but still more say no. And that's what I thought would be the case. You just don't see that many aftermarket exhausts.
And I would be curious of the people that say yes, do they have the NPP exhaust, right? Do they have that and want to
Sure,
upgrade?
sure.
Or do you have the NPP exhaust and you feel like, I'm happy with it? That's where I'm at.
Jim T is on, one of my close neighbors. He's my closest Corvette neighbor.
Yeah, that's right.
Of course, I used to have a close Corvette neighbor, but somebody moved on me. But hey, Jim,
But
glad
hey,
you could jump in.
You still get on my videos. So
That's
what
right.
matters.
That's right.
We get to still
Absolutely.
hang out.
This is cool.
Thank
Very
you.
good.
Thank you, Logic's Finest. Appreciate it. All right, let's start going back.
Yeah, let's see
through.
some of the other questions, right?
And by the way, I haven't said this yet, but if you haven't smashed that thumbs up button, I hugely appreciate it if you do. I know my thumbs up squad was already on top of it,
yeah.
but that really helps YouTube know
You got to do it.
that you're loving the video, you're loving the content, and then they throw it all over YouTube and recommend it. So
Come on, we just got these microphones.
Now,
Thumbs
don't forget,
up. Come
'cause
on.
We're getting going pretty quick here. Don't forget about our giveaways.
Yep.
Yep.
We're going to be, I think we're about 5 minutes away from giving away these products. So, okay, we're at the beginning. Let's see what we have here for questions.
Raider Ron from Bay Area, California. That's my old stomping ground.
Nice.
Really?
And we got
Lived there for 15
Wisconsin.
years. Wisconsin. Yeah.
Erosion Vet.
Rosenvet?
Erosion Vet. Let's see. He says, nice shirts.
Yep. If you missed it,
We've
Darren got me and
Well,
Mike
and
shirts
as a reminder,
from the Corvette.
tonight's weekly
Is it?
giveaway, we're going to have a question, and the winner that gets the question correct is going to get a T-shirt.
So Nick T says production value is going up and up.
What does that
Well
mean?
done.
Production value.
Thank you so
ours.
much. Hey,
Our production value.
yeah, our production value. So thank you very much,
To
Jacob.
John.
John.
Steve. John, Steve. What's his name
No,
over
Jacob. Jacob.
That's his
guess.
alias.
Talk to us, Jacob.
So
Talk to
where
us.
do I mute Mark again? Oh, it's right.
there? Let's try to mute me.
Yes, we're all working very hard at bringing you guys phenomenal production value and phenomenal content.
There's a lot better things to come. We're
Oh,
still
yeah.
working out some kinks.
That's right. Lots of.
So another question, Mike.
Oh.
I just saw come up by.
Mark has lots of kinks.
Who just gave us a super chat?
I
or
think that
super
was
sticker?
Raider Ron.
All right. Thank you so much, Raider.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, Raider Ron.
So
go ahead.
we should. I would be curious what people think because it's something new. Is that clear engine cover for the hardtop convertibles?
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
Question
Paragon
about
is
that.
selling it now.
Who's selling that now?
Well, Paragon sells it, but
Paragon.
there's more than
Paragon
one person.
Performance?
Yes, there's more than one guy making.
Yes.
I don't know to give who the plug to be honest. Like who is making the one that everyone's buying? I really
Yeah.
don't know.
Honestly,
That's
what I
key.
would do if I were you guys is I would go to the Mid-Engine Corvette forum, go into the search
Yeah.
bar, type in clear HTC
Yes.
cover,
Look at it. It's
and
on. He's
you
showing it
will
now.
be able to figure out that answer very quickly.
And there's been, which we should get to the point soon where we'll install one. There were some questions people were asking about the heat. Does
Yeah.
it change that?
Yeah.
It sounds like it does a little bit, less than maybe 10 degrees. So I don't know. Is that a concern?
That was a video you shared with us, right?
Yeah,
You found it.
There was some chatter. Could that be an issue when your top's down? Do you start to damage? Think
Yeah.
about it. So, I don't know. I think it's kind of a cool concept for me. I would consider it. The only downside is I'd feel like then I'd have to dress up my engine, and that just leads to more things to put on.
But that video that you had found, he didn't have a lot of subscribers, so it's kind of not a well-known video.
Yeah,
that dude was using the
He had the heat gun,
heat gun and doing it before
and he was doing it
after.
idle. I wish we could give him a plug.
Yeah, we should give the guy a plug. We'll have to put that.
While you guys are thinking of that,
But the guy was like driving the car. He put the plastic top on and did all the temperatures of all, different spots on the top and did it with the old top on. And it was like you said, like 7 to 10 degrees, maybe more. And that's not going to impact anything. But
we're running out of time.
All right, sorry.
It's okay. Scott wants to know, this is an important question. Do you still have access to the front trunk latch with those radiator grill guard protectors? Unfortunately, with those, you do not. So that is one thing. I'm glad you brought that up. That is one thing about those. I'm sure if you wanted to, you could probably make a cutout for yourself to be able to still get to it. But no, you will have to use your key or the inside of your driver's side door.
Do you know I have never used that front button?
Yeah,
on the-
You
mean,
forget it's there.
I forget
actually
it's there.
use it all the time.
I
but
use my
that's-
key.
That's me.
right.
But
I mean, I can. Mine is
Great
You
question.
can see it, but yeah, I mean, I literally use them. Now that you just, I forgot that there was a button there. Yeah.
front rock guards are different than splash guards. You are correct. But
Correct.
as of right now, ACS Composites does not sell splash guards. they sell one big guard that they consider both splash and rock guards for the C8. Now for C7, they do sell both, and C6 and C5, but not for the C8 as of right now.
They only sell the bigger.
Yeah, they only sell the big ones.
I put the splash guards on, and I wish I would have put the ACS rock guards on.
Right. Okay, let's go to
Even though
another.
it does have a bigger look to it.
Let's see. What else, guys? Real quick, let me just go down and see who gave us super sticker, because somebody just gave. Diego. Thank you very much, Diego. Appreciate it. You have 2 entries into the new giveaway, and same with you, Ron. What's his name?
Raider Ron.
Raider Ron, yeah.
Fellow Bay Area.
Yep. You have 2 entries as well. Don't forget, guys, every $5 super chat, super sticker gets you entries to those Radiator.
What's
grill
Andre
cards.
saying? He just delivered a. Why did it go down just a little bit more?
Yep.
I just delivered a C8 Z06 to a private track this morning. He's maybe a driver. He's a driver.
No, he's a truck driver.
Truck driver.
So-
He must have just brought a car for Chevy.
No, but look at that. Though. It says in red. They're all. I mean, technically, all 2023 are 70th anniversary cars.
What do you mean?
No, that was
red?
looking at the one below it.
Sorry.
I just delivered a
Sorry.
C8 Z06 to a private track this morning. I probably can't give much more information on that, but yeah, that's interesting.
So email me at bos2020c8@gmail.com. Give me some more information about that, Andre. I'm curious. And Diego, he says he saw a 70th anniversary in red at my detail shop today being ceramic coated. I would love to know about that as well, because we thought that the constraint was still on the wheels.
Well, but I'm wondering if he's saying it's a red car though.
Okay.
Because think about it. A lot of people,
yeah.
you know,
My
all
bad.
2023
You're
is
right.
their 70th anniversary.
Diego, so that was a 2023, not the actual special edition
Right.
from 70th anniversary.
You just saw a
Yeah,
2023 because
I'm glad you caught that.
Phil asked where the shirt came from that we're giving away. That's from the Corvette Museum. In fact, it says Corvette Museum on the front, and it's got the
very
70th
nice.
anniversary
Thank you
on it.
again. Look at that.
Okay, so Carrie wants to know, what cleaning product do you like for the Napa leather? I swear by Meguiar's. I buy it at Walmart. You get a leather cleaner and a leather conditioner.
Who is this
And
by?
Meguiar's.
And it
it
doesn't
is-
smell up. It doesn't have a funky. Not
No.
funky, but it
Yeah, but
doesn't
you
have
had
a,
that same question when we talked about I was
Yeah.
using the chemical guy's product, and you were in there sniffing like a
Yeah.
dog.
I don't want to change the smell of that beautiful leather
don't.
inside
You
my
don't.
You don't.
interior.
It doesn't change it at all. So it's really
All
easy
right.
to use. You put it on one rag, you spray it on the car or on the leather, you wipe it down. It gets rid of all dirt. It gets rid of wear and tear on your leather. And then you let that dry, and then you use the conditioner.
Has
It's
our
amazing.
producer used anything on his leather because you drive that a lot?
So I think we're gonna go a little long tonight.
Well, we should ask the question for the weekly
But
giveaway.
yes,
Let's get
we
that
need
going.
to do the weekly giveaway. Then we need to give away the monthly giveaway from last month, and then we'll get back to your guys'
All right,
questions.
let's give it away. Come on.
So weekly shirt giveaway, which Mark just flashed. He'll flash again. The winner can tell us what size they want. We have large and extra large.
Yep.
The question is, what age was I when I drove my first Corvette?
So start putting that down in the comments below, and whoever gets closest to the age, Mr. Producer over there.
Down on a piece of paper.
Oh yeah.
Producer knows. He knows.
Producer knows.
If you guys
I'm not-
want to guess as well, because we didn't talk about it, feel free. And then I can tell you the quick story behind it.
Okay.
So while we're waiting on that, because it's going to be a couple minutes, why don't
No, we have a winner.
we have a winner already? Or are we going to wait a little bit and
gonna
let
wait.
everybody vote?
Okay, I mean,
Yeah,
go.
'cause
Yeah,
we
let's wait a couple minutes and let everybody vote. So, while they're voting, why don't we go ahead? Actually, no. Let's let this finish, and then we'll give away the monthly giveaway.
What happens if two people guess the same?
No, it was the
answer?
first person. Jacob knows who got it.
Oh, the first
Yeah, it's the
person.
first
okay.
person who gets
first
it.
person that,
Yep.
that threw
I
it
saw.
out.
I
there.
saw as well.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, we have a winner. Let's.
I think it's Brian Sanders, unless
go.
unless Jacob saw something different than I saw.
Let's go back up to
So on my feed, it was Scott White.
Oh,
so
sorry.
Yeah, Scott.
Sorry. You're right.
Yep.
Scott White.
Scott
beat you
White's
to
the winner.
punch. So yes, 15 years old. My uncle showed up at our house, and Mark, you're gonna like this. Guess what year he has?
78.
78.
Nice.
Not the pace car though. It was the silver car, all
Yep.
silver,
All silver. Yeah.
4-speed manual. And I remember just thinking it was the coolest thing walking up to it.
Yeah.
And I knew we were gonna go for a ride, right? And I'm walking
Yeah.
up to it, and I had my permit, and I knew how to drive a stick.
Yeah. Oh, it was a stick.
And as we're walking up to it, he's like, "No, you're driving it."
Wow.
And we went
Nice.
some country roads, and
Yep.
it was the coolest experience. I mean, obviously at that age, got me really excited about having a
Yep.
car like
You're
that.
very lucky that he shared that with you. Yeah.
So,
Now, the 2023 is like this 1978. Every single car is called the 25th anniversary, kind of, because it's got the 25th anniversary badge on it, just like this. The 2023s all say 70th anniversary, although
Right.
they're not the 70th anniversary car.
Yeah. So hang on, we got Brian Sanders saying he was first, but in our comments, it shows.
here's let's do this because it's
Oh, was this
Tuesday.
for the
No,
t-shirt?
here's what we're gonna do.
because it was back
Here's
to
what we're
back.
gonna do. Here's what we're gonna
We'll
do.
give them each one.
We're gonna give them both T-shirts.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Just-
do that.
There you go.
Just tell us what sizes because
Yep.
we have a limited sizes. So
Yep.
hopefully,
Yeah,
figure
we'll
it
get
out.
you guys both T-shirts. What I need you guys to do right now is send me an email with your contact info, bos2020c8@gmail.com, so I can get that stuff out to you in the mail ASAP.
so Brian, Scott,
Yeah,
let us know your
Brian and
sizes.
Scott,
Again,
you're winners.
We have extra large and large. So just
Hopefully,
gotta
you're
figure
one of
that
the
out.
two. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, let's move on to the big monthly giveaway. And this, again, ladies and gentlemen, is from C8 Vet Parts Online. And this is just one side. Okay, this is the right side. We've got the left side down there. These things are absolutely incredible, and we have a lucky winner coming up soon. Jacob, can you put that on the screen?
But do you want to
And-
go how they came up with the winner?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think I explained it in the beginning, but every single person who gave us super chats or super stickers of $5, every $5 got them one entry into this giveaway. Now, we have a couple of guys on here that gave quite a bit of money, so they have a lot of entries. And then we have some people on here that only have, one or two entries.
There you go. He's
But
showing.
they have a chance.
He's showing the random picking
Okay.
software.
All right.
Very good.
So you tell me when you're ready to go, and
Steven Rapp.
he's the winner?
Yes.
He
All
did-
right. Well,
we didn't see him chatting tonight either. I don't think he's
yeah,
on
I
tonight.
didn't see Steven on there.
I mean, he deserves to win. He
Oh,
had
yeah.
a lot of.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So real quick, John P. recommendations on microfiber towels. I'm just looking through my phone here, my Amazon orders. Go to Amazon and search. It's a store on there called the Rag Company Store. They make edgeless professional grade towels, and they are $16 for, I don't know how many's in a pack here.
And
They're probably almost $1 each, but they are phenomenal towels for detailing. And when you wash them, they actually get better.
they get.
They
okay.
get better. So
All right.
it's called the Rag Store or the Rag Company Store on Amazon, and I think they have their own website too. But
Okay.
they're a little bit expensive, but they're reusable. They work great. And if you are ceramic coating your
Yeah.
car, use these for your ceramic coating because they are super soft.
Okay.
The ones you can
Alright.
buy at Costco, the big packs, those throw those away. Don't wash them. You wash them, they're
kinda lose their-
you throw
yeah.
them away. Or what I do is I keep a separate little bucket, and when I'm doing the engine and stuff, I kind of
Use
transition
those.
to those
Yep.
for that stuff. But
Good point.
So,
yeah.
so guys, I think we have a problem here, though. I think the winner has to be online because I don't have Steven Rapp's information.
Well, he'll get
no,
it to us.
he'll find it out. We'll
Okay,
get it.
okay.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
can come back and rewatch the stream.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll rewatch the stream. Yeah, so
Okay,
we'll get.
no problem.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Steven Rapp,
Congratulations.
congratulations. You are the winner of the side engine covers. We'll get your information and I'll ship those out to you as soon as we get that. So, again, next month's giveaway is from the same exact company, and it is the front radiator grill guards. So,
Very good.
let's do some more questions. Let's do another 5 minutes of questions.
Scott White chimed in there too on those detail cloths. We were just
What's the
mentioning.
400 and above mean? 400 like threads per inch or something?
Yeah, I
count?
don't know. Scott, maybe you could chime. I don't know. I just know those Rag Company ones are really good, and they're edgeless. They work.
Yeah.
They're really good.
Yeah, I have the same
They're
ones,
really
and they're
good.
phenomenal. I agree. Let's see. John Smith says, "Sorry, I'm late. What is your favorite aftermarket exhaust? I currently have MPP."
Keep it. Keep it and don't do an aftermarket. Not if you got MPP, right? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, it's such a personal choice, right?
Yeah, it's a personal
I mean,
choice. It's like the side splitter, the side skirts on the car can be a yes or no. Stripes on the car could be a yes or no. It's just what you want. I mean, yeah.
If you didn't hear this earlier, right now, Corvette World recommends 2 exhausts, and those 2 are AWE and Corsa. But Borla just signed a deal with GM, so now Borla should be one of their favorites.
But regardless, with GM, they have sound engineers obviously working on this. I mean, look at how much effort they put into the Z06, right? And with the restyling of the new black exhaust for the 23 Stingray.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean,
Can you imagine
They're
the-
paying attention to it. They're not just throwing on pipes and calling it good.
Can you imagine the engineers knowing that you take their exhaust off and replace it with
So,
something else?
Caleb, a question: is it worth wrapping my car in PPF? I guess the question for you is: do you mean wrapping the whole car or doing the front?
Right.
I mean, really, it's like anything. How much do you want to spend? Do you want to spend $1,500 to $2,000 to do the better part of the front, or do you want to do
Which
the
is
whole
what
car?
I did. That's what I
Whole
did.
car, you're talking $5,000, $6,000, $7,000.
Yep.
I mean, it's kind of, you're not going to regret doing it, right? I mean, it's not like if you spend the money because, you know.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard anybody regret doing
No.
it. I've seen people at car shows that regret doing it. They picked the wrong person. They picked the wrong guy, and it's
you
peeling.
can tell bad jobs.
You
to
can
the
tell bad
corners.
jobs. So you got to do your homework. You can't just.
Here's one problem, and I did it because unfortunately I go through cars too quick, and even my personal cars. One of my last SUVs, I did it. When you go to trade it in, you tell them, "Hey, but it's," they don't even care.
They know.
They could
No,
care. They don't care. So you don't get
Yeah.
any money back
Right.
on a trade in. Private party sales,
Might.
maybe. I mean, it's
If it holds up
it's
when
a
you're
nice
selling it.
Yeah, yeah.
Tony wants to know if we get any bargains at Corvettes of Carlisle for big ticket items. Honestly, I don't have a lot of experience with that. I haven't bought too many things at Corvettes of Carlisle. I've never tried to like bargain with people for big items there.
My experience, not solely with that, but other types of events like that, the answer is probably yes. If you buy enough stuff,
Yeah.
they probably are going to make you a deal there because they know that this is an impulse buy. You're
Yeah.
there, you're buying, and if you're spending,
Late on Saturday.
Did you get any?
I did, and the problem was, I flew there, right?
Yeah.
So I bought stuff, and guess who I had to give all my stuff to?
I hope
Him.
they charged you for it.
I
to get
gave
back.
it to him, and he had to squeeze all everything. I bought a poster of a '78 Corvette. I said, Mike, can you bring this stuff back for me? I was like, I needed to get it back.
No.
So, yeah. He said yes, actually, but he threw it in his car, and it was tight. He had stuff all. I think you were bringing a lot of other stuff. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
it just depends. You know, you're not paying shipping, right? If you get it, but my God, what are you going to do? Buy a exhaust there or a big ticket item? You got to get it back wherever you're coming from. If you're living close and you're driving there, yeah, you can. It doesn't hurt if you're there
Well,
and you.
They'll have specials on installs and that.
Yeah,
kind
I
of
was
stuff.
gonna say
It-
the
Oh,
cool thing
yeah.
There'll
about
be deals.
Carlisle, if you drive your car there or if you take your car there somehow, you get usually free installs on big ticket items
or deep discount.
or deep discount,
Like
because you're
exhaust,
spending a lot of money. I know ACS Composite, when they go, they haven't been the last couple of years, but when they go, anything you buy from them, they install it for free, and they have it all right there.
I bought my
ready to
splash
go.
guards from RPI there, and they gave me. I kind of talked them down. I got a good deal on
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, they'll give you they'll work with you a little bit.
So let's see if there's any new comments down here, questions.
There's a
Good
good question from
question.
Steve Samuel about
yeah.
state decibel laws. Yeah, that's very true.
Oh, I'm sure if
And,
you were
and
to,
Raider Ron from Bay Area, he knows they're cracking down on that stuff there. You can't even have exhaust on your motorcycle anymore.
and the great question from Antonio, can you swap out the silver exhaust tips with the OEM black exhaust?
No, it's a whole.
That's a welded on.
Yeah,
that's
it's a whole system.
piece. Yeah, well, I guess it's
There was someone out there, I can't remember who it was, that was doing the exhaust tips that you could have muffler shops put on. And I talked to someone that did it because the actual tips were only like $300. And I was thinking the same thing. That made sense. I talked to the guy that did it. He said the shop charged him $700 to install them.
to
And
install,
they
yeah.
told him is don't tell your friends because we're never going to do it again. It was that big of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Did you guys already talk to Antonio about the silver exhaust tips?
That's kind of he was talking about changing those exhaust
Yeah, no, you have
tips,
to change the whole
Sorry,
Yeah,
I was.
thing.
It's not
I was
like-
But
typing
you know
something.
what? With that being said, though, Antonio is possibly in the near future, if you've got guys like, one of us maybe that were to upgrade to AW exhaust and we had the black exhaust, you might find it on Facebook Marketplace or you might be able to pick up that and switch it out. Which in theory would work on your 2020, 2021, 2022 models as well. So, which would be cool if you did that. It would make your car look like a 2023.
That's right. All right. Well, I think we'll go ahead and wrap things up. We're about 7 minutes after 8. Thank you to everyone who joined us live tonight. Again, smash that thumbs up button. Again, if you're watching this and it's not live, obviously, if you want to give super thanks, that will get you entered into the monthly giveaway as well for every $5. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope each and every one of you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will see you guys out on the road.